Hi guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Dubai or Not Dubai. Today this episode is coming to you from the sunny seaside town in Cornwall in the UK. Now the reason I've chosen to do the podcast here today is because this week's episode is all about Port De La Mer. Now Port De La Mer, located in Dubai, it's halfway between Pearl Jumeirah and Jumeirah Bay Island. Port De La Mer is an island of its own and it has a private luxury beach, which is why I thought this was the perfect place to do it. So let's talk a little bit about Port De La Mer and why I fully believe in it as an investment, both as an investor and also an end user. So Port De La Mer is split into 7 sub-communities. It also has their own townhouses, which is called Sur La Mer. These 7 sub-communities are split basically into apartment blocks, and 5 of these are currently ready and 2 are due to be handed over at the end of this year, start of next year. So by the start of next year, all of the residential buildings will be completed, but there is much more to come, which I'll touch upon a little later in the episode. So Port De La Mer is very European Mediterranean vibes. It's very different in comparison to a lot of the other communities in Dubai. I will put some pictures here, there and everywhere so that you can see a couple of pictures as to what it looks like. So it basically covers 1 to 4 bedroom apartments. You can have views from the marina, full open sea views, community views, and also you have Burj Khalifa and skyline views of the whole of Dubai. So it's a really special place that not many people necessarily know about, which is why I'm doing this podcast today, so that you have a little bit more information and you can look into it more if needed. Let's talk about the amenities and what Port De La Mer actually offers. As I touched upon earlier, it does have its own private beach, which is just for residents only. This is obviously really nice because you don't have to trek all the way to Pearl Jumeirah to go to the beach, and it is just private for those people that own property in Port De La Mer. Now, not only do they have a private beach, they also have their own marina area, and eventually there will be a yacht club and boats within that marina area. It's very nice to walk around of a morning or of an evening when it's not too hot in Dubai. But on top of this, they have gyms in the buildings and also swimming pools. Now, with the swimming pools, there is also access to kids pools as well, which is very good and it's very family inclusive. I think the perfect thing about Port De La Mer is that it really is a place for everyone. Whether you're a slightly elderly couple that want to retire, where it's nice and peaceful and nice and quiet, or whether you're a young couple that needs to be close to Dubai, note that downtown Dubai is under 15 minutes from Port De La Mer. So it's really interesting location that, like I said, not many people know about. It is also great for families. As I said, they have the facilities there to be able to cater and go for families. So it's really interesting on that aspect as well. But let's move on a little bit to prices. I just sold a 1 bed in Port De La Mer for 2.45 million dirhams. This was a marina facing unit. All of the units are very spacious, they're a great size, and obviously depending on the view, the level, note that all of Port De La Mer are low-rise apartments, which for a lot of people ticks a lot of boxes because again, it's different to your in-town high-rise buildings kind of all on top of each other. This is quite sporadic and offers you a little bit more privacy and also just a little bit more space within Port De La Mer itself. We're going to move on to the facilities that Port De La Mer actually has. We've touched upon the private beach, we've touched upon the marina, we've also touched upon the gyms, the pool, all of that kind of thing. But you do also have a Spinneys, which is really close, and actually in Port De La Mer they do have their own supermarket. So this again is a massive plus and a massive advantage to living in Port De La Mer. As I said, it is under 15 minutes to downtown, but the key factor to put on this is that it has so much going for it coming towards the end of 2025. As I said earlier, the last 2 residential communities are due to be handed over at the end of this year, start of next year. But what is coming in 2025 within the Port De La Mer on the island is also a 5-star hotel. It's going to be a Grand Melia hotel, which is going to be right on the beachfront at the very far left of the beach. Now this is going to be everything to do with fitness, wellness, lifestyle, all of that kind of thing, and they are also bringing a beach club next to it. So not only do you have the contrast of luxury living. It's also waterfront, it's also peaceful, it's also quiet, and then you do also have the options to also party, go to the beach club, so there's kind of a little bit of a balance there. The next thing to note, obviously a lot of people in Dubai are familiar with La Mer, which is just around the corner from Port De La Mer. Now, this used to be a really bustling and vibey place for people to go. It has since been knocked down. They're basically going to deconstruct La Mer and also the beach, and they're going to revamp the entire La Mer to what is looking like to be J1 Beach. Now, this is going to be a similar style to West Beach, which is incredibly exciting for not only the residents of Port De La Mer, but also everybody else as well. So just note that coming to this is going to be restaurants, beach clubs. They're going to do their redo the La Mer Beach, which is literally just sitting across from Port De La Mer. There are endless things in it for everybody. It's not very well known, but I'm telling you now, if you do invest or choose to move over to Port De La Mer, once all of this is finished in 2025, you are going to see a huge ROI, which I spoke about in the last episode, which is return on investment. So now is the time to invest or move to Port De La Mer if you want to see that high return on investment. The next episode, I'm going to touch upon holiday homes. Now, this is going to be really relevant to Port De La Mer. Because of that ROI, there are still currently holiday homes in Port De La Mer, but it's very up and coming. So if you are an investor that is seasonal or a first-time investor, Port De La Mer is a great place to start because of all of these benefits, facts, figures and statistics. So that is all for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to bring you one more episode from the UK next week, and then I land back in Dubai on Friday. So I'll see you then.